Okay, the gap behind is 6.2 seconds.
What is going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we are attempting the weekly event at Austria, as you can see, and we're just going to see what we can do. We can see if we can get the #1 time. We are doing this on PC, so it should be a little bit harder than Xbox. I did a few attempts at this, and what you did just see before of me spinning, that was probably going to be my fastest run by quite a few seconds. As you'll see, this run's decent, but we do lose a little bit of time, especially behind the AI. So that previous run was going to be really good, but yeah, I put it in the wall trying to defend from Leclerc. So yeah, this is mainly just trying to figure out how events are going to be like this game, because I might have to do a few if I want to do new challenges or something like that. So yeah, that's still at the back of my mind, but also it's just content, so yeah. You might have just noticed that I didn't keep it within track limits, and that is an issue for this event in particular, because track limits are on regular, so people can use and abuse, so we kind of have to also, if that makes any sense. I kind of made a rule to myself where I do what I do in real life, and I wouldn't go past the curb, if that makes any sense. Well, I'd try and keep it within white lines if I could, but this car and event just in general was very understeery. So like turns 6 and 7, I was just understeering straight off the track, which is why track limits weren't being enforced, let's say, there. But yeah. Anyway, we caught up to the back of Alonso. We used a little bit of our overtake, and we're just trying not to get held up here, as we are quite close to him. And as you can see, their track limits. I just basically understeered off, but that's what everyone can do. I know it's not realistic or fair, but it just is how it is. So for more crucial events, let's call them, the ones for like qualifying for challenges, etc., that won't be a thing, at least I hope. So yeah, behind Alonso now, we're trying to get a good run out of turn 1. We just about keep it within track limits, maybe we went out a tiny bit out, but we're not going to use any overtake. We're going to go straight past Alonso, and we're going to maybe do something quite smart here. We brake early to try and get a DRS, but it doesn't work on this occasion, and yeah, we do get a DRS, but it doesn't really matter that much. As we skip on a few laps later, we're behind Tsunoda and Carlos Sainz now. So with this event, you've got to get P3, but the fact that I think Perez, who's in P3 at the moment, he has an engine failure. So realistically, you only need to get past Sainz and hold up Leclerc. As we're going to have a move on Tsunoda, but Sainz is kind of in the way, and Tsunoda just sends it on the inside, and I cannot tell you how many times what you just witnessed happened, where AI would dive up the inside of one another, and the AI on the outside would just brake check you basically. And I was surprised I didn't lose my front wing, because yeah, it was a bit of a hit, and we lost a lot of time, especially compared to previous runs we've done. So yeah, now we just got to try and get past Tsunoda, as this has cost us quite a bit of time this lap. I'd like to see what our lap time was, because we were purple in the middle. We lost half a second. I'm going to be losing more here. I think we probably lost more than half a second, because we were purple in the first by a few attempts, as we almost lose the car out of turn 1. Trying to get past Tsunoda now, but you can see Leclerc, he's behind us. He was 6 seconds behind us at one point, and I've seen OPAI before, as we go round the outside of Tsunoda, and don't keep the position, but we do take the position off track. Tsunoda does get back past, but we're going to still fight this, as I was so frustrated at the AI at this point. We're going to try around the outside. Tsunoda keeps it in there. We squeeze him on the apex and get the position. Yeah, a bit dirty, I will admit, considering we just went straight off the track. But this doesn't look like a great run, I can admit, but the lap times everywhere else were actually quite good. But as I was saying, I've seen OPAI before, and that Leclerc in this event, he is ridiculous. He's like 2 seconds lap quicker at some points. He's done a 102, fast lap we've done a 104. But as you saw there, Perez did in fact retire from the session, so we are in third, and Hamilton does have a 5-second stop-go. So we have a decision: do we try and keep Leclerc behind, or do we try and just let him go and just catch up with Hamilton to get within 5 seconds? And then this time we're going to do the latter. Previous run I decided to try and keep Leclerc behind. but then while trying battling him I was just losing time and eventually spun, as you saw. So now I'm going to the inside so he doesn't defend, but he still defends, and you're going to see it again. The AI, they just park it completely on the apex in battle, and I was just there checking my front wing. Luckily everything was okay, but now moving on to the final lap. Once again, not keeping it really within track limits, but just about. I was rather frustrated at this point because it had taken me quite a while, and the AI had really annoyed me, and as you can see, we just got straight off there. The track limits rule I came up with had gone out the window at this point. But as you can see, we are within 5 seconds of Hamilton. I had been a lot closer on previous runs, like maybe a second or two. So there is still a few seconds in this run, definitely. You've seen it, you've seen me just get held up by the AI, for example. But yeah, we are... Still, we're going to complete it, we're going to do it. And we are on 110 AI, by the way, which... It was not easy, this. The AI were very quick. You can see Leclerc's gapped us by 3 seconds. But I think that was more him being OP. Look, we've gapped Sainz and Alonso by 8 seconds, so he's gained about 20 seconds in 10 laps and then. So, yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous as he overtakes Hamilton in the final sector. That just says enough. But coming through the last corners now, we almost keep it within track limits, and we nearly lose the car through the final corner. That would have been me jumping out the window if I messed it up there. But we do in fact complete the event, so finally we have done it. You didn't see many of my struggles, but I had a lot. Pierre Gasly driver of the day, so somehow it wasn't us. But there you go, that's us on the leaderboard. We are in P3, but I know the guy who is in P1, he's 100% a hacker. You can't, there's no way you're 15 seconds clear in 10 laps. And I've seen him on time trial leaderboards way in front of any esports driver, so he is guaranteed cheating. And if you search his name up, cheats come up. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the guy in second as well, they're both Dutch, there's a good chance he's cheating as well. But obviously I don't want to say that, I don't want to obviously accuse someone, but the guy in first, he obviously is. The guy in second's time might be achievable, but it's a bit sus, let's say. But yeah, that's it guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.